Alrighty, the news is out, and it scared me a little bit because it was 1 minute late, so it didn't come out at 1 a.m. for me, and I just so happened to refresh it. Normally, if it's not out right on the dot, I wait 30 minutes and check it again, but either way. Before we hop in, I do want to say thanks for stopping by the news. And if you're new to the channel or new to Grand Cross or anything like that, I do upload every single day, so feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Anyways, this is the big one, kind of the big one. This is an exciting one anyway. Looks like we're gonna have 3-hour maintenance time, which is actually kind of like a standard patch almost. I know a lot of patches are like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours almost, but 3 hours used to be like the standard. They used to do a 3-hour patch like every single week, but they don't really do that anymore. But either way, we are getting Serpent Queller, World Serpent Jormungand. I am not gonna say this without the R on it, because after looking at actual like Norse mythology and stuff like that, there is definitely supposed to be an R on this, and I have no idea why the global version is taking the R off of that. It almost makes me think that Brunhild is supposed to be Brunhilder or Brynhilder, and now I have no idea. I don't actually know who Brunhild is in the like Norse mythology, but I know that Jormungandr is spelt with an R at the end of it, so very weird that that doesn't have that. But either way, she is really good for the deer boss, so if you're at all interested in going for relics or anything like that, if you're a newer player, you might be able to get away with skipping this if you really aren't sure, or you just want to save for something new and interesting, because, you know, there's talks of, you know, collabs or, you know, festivals and stuff like that all the time, so I guess you can weigh your options there. If you're a newer player, you don't really like have to go for this, because you're gonna want to be an end game player, or just like you want to have like a good team already built up and set up and everything like that before you really start working on the boss. But then again, you know, she's very waifu. I completely understand if you want to summon for her in that regard, or if you just want to get her so that way you're future proofed and you have her when you need her. I could completely understand that as well. So they've been putting this little like 3D thing here, which is actually kind of cool, so you get to see like the animation of like her coming in. I'm assuming this is like the animation where when you click on the character in your box, this is what's going to happen. She's going to show up, and then you can start messing with her like equipment and stuff like that. So yeah, new banner for that. It is actually a pretty decent banner. It's got really good value. It has, I think, all of the actual like OC Ragnarok units on it. So it's got, you know, Sigurd, it's got Thonar, it's got Brunhild, Skadi, Magelda, all of the really good ones that everybody wants. So that's honestly really cool. I'm kind of looking forward to maybe trying to get an extra copy or two of Skadi, because I think that she might actually be the one that I start using on the deer team once this unit actually drops. So maybe I'll look into that a little bit more if I can pull some more copies of her. I've already started building gear for her, but who knows. Ragnarok Chapter 4 is actually going to be dropping, which is really cool. I don't know if you've seen anything on it or not, but they are coming out with, or not only is Jormungandr going to be in the story, but there's also Tyr, which is a really big prominent figure in Norse mythology, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in the game and seeing his skills and everything like that. I'm actually, I would almost be willing to summon for him over her, just because, like, just off of like pure coolness factor, honestly, because Tyr is a really cool character, and the way that they designed Tyr for their, you know, story and everything like that, I really love the way that they designed him. So he looks really cool. Can't wait to hopefully see him as a usable character, summonable character. Hopefully that is the case at some point. But yeah, Chapter 4 is coming. Looks like we've got some pretty cool visuals with Fenrir, and here's that weird like mage kind of guy. He almost reminds me of like a necromancer or something like that, but I don't think there's a necromancer. So anyways, we are going to be getting the 30 diamonds from the previous chapter if you've already completed it with the release of this one, so make sure that you do that. More stories from the Grimnir's book, which means just going to be a couple of extra diamonds from those. It's just like little stories and stuff like that that Grimnir tells you after completing, you know, the chapters and stuff. So look into those if you haven't already. New artifact card set bonus. There is the 2022 April Fool's Celebration card set, which is actually kind of cool that they're like immortalizing these like dumb little art styles for April Fools into the game as cards. I think that's actually kind of cool. So you get 2 of them from the Ragnarok bingo. One of them is from the Crochet event shop. So make sure that you grab those while you can. Increases allies' basic stats by 0.3 for each hero on the battlefield. That one's kind of interesting. That's at max level is 0.3. Ugh, I don't think that anybody's gonna really use that, but okay. And it's only basic stats too. I mean, if it was every stat, maybe, but a 0.3 to just basic stats, that's abysmal. That's really low. Here's the 2 outfits that you're gonna be able to buy for Jormungandr. I'm leaning more towards buying this one. I think it looks almost like a Sailor Moon sort of outfit, and I've never actually seen Sailor Moon, but I do like the costumes and stuff like that in Sailor Moon, so this one looks kind of cool. I'll probably end up buying this one. I honestly, as far as I'm concerned, I don't really think that you need to buy any of them. You can maybe pick them up if you need to, like later down the line or anything like that. But the whole gimmick of the character, if you don't know, is that she raises all stats for your entire team, basically. And so I don't really think you're going to need to have costumes and stuff like that for her if you don't want to. But, you know, if you just want to get a little bit more stats and stuff like that out of it, you could get them, I guess. So I don't know, I'll probably buy 1 outfit for her. I'm probably not going to buy 2. I might end up grabbing a couple of extra cosmetics maybe later on. If there's a sale or something like that, that would be a good time to grab them. But as far as her like character goes and how she works, I don't think you're going to need a whole lot of extra outfits, or even like ultimate levels for that matter. So this is actually a pretty good character to just like get 1 copy and I think just dip out of the banner, unless there's just other stuff on the banner that you really want. So I don't know, I might end up just going 1 copy and dipping out, but we'll see how it goes. Number above the extra blah 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 blah. Okay, this is just the costume stuff. They are giving out, or not giving out, they are bringing the new Margaret Holy Relic in, which is actually kind of cool. I was really torn on whether or not I wanted to go ahead and get OG Ludo's or just wait for Margaret to come out, because hers is actually pretty good too. So hers is increases the hero's damage dealt to enemies by 5% and decreases damage taken by 5% for each ally from the archangels on the battlefield, the 4 archangels. So they're really trying to cement the whole like 4 archangels like sort of like team typing sort of thing. I know that with the green Sariel that they released, they were already sort of trying to push that, and it's more, you know, they're trying to solidify. I think instead of making just like an angel team, like where you can use like Goddess Liz and I don't really know if there's any other goddesses besides Goddess Liz in the game. I don't even think I don't think there is, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, you're not really going to be able to use those, I guess, on the team. They're wanting you to use the 4 archangels as like a team typing, which is okay, I guess. But yeah, kind of cool. Looking forward to this one, honestly. I'm definitely going to try to grind out the extra materials now that she's coming. Hopefully I can start beating floor 3 like good and consistently and everything like that. I've not beat floor 3 yet for the deer, just because I haven't even attempted it, just because I know that it's going to be such a pain. So yeah, hopefully the deer will be a lot more manageable now, so I can actually get this one. Diamond shop bonuses. There's going to be a new set of diamond like purchasables where you can get tickets along with those for the current banner. They pretty much do this, maybe not every single banner, but like at least every other banner that comes out, they end up doing these, so nothing new there. 70th second anniversary celebration anvil hammer bundle. You can buy this 5 times and you get 15 hammers and 1,500 anvils. Depending on the price of this, I'm assuming this is probably going to be like a $24 bundle or something like that. If it's lower than that, I would definitely recommend it, but $24 maybe if you really need to do some equipment or something like that. I'm not really sure about that one. If it's lower than that, I might actually buy one, but I don't typically buy bundles that don't have diamonds in them, so just personal choices there, I guess. Improved Fort Solgris dungeon ad rewards. Oh yeah, this is that update that JP got. As far as I can tell, I don't think that this is coming to the PC version of the game just yet, which is kind of unfortunate. I was really hoping that the PC version would get ads and stuff like that at some point, because they're completely optional. You don't have to do the ads or anything like that, but if you do the ads, you can basically get extra like rewards and stuff, and you know, the diamonds that you can get out of these every once in a while, I mean, they do build up over time, and I mean, it's kind of nice. So I was hoping that, you know, the PC version has been in beta for quite a while now. I was kind of hoping that they would make it to where you could purchase off of, purchase on the purchase bundles from the PC version, or maybe watch ads and stuff like that eventually. But I don't know when that will be actually coming. This is probably my favorite change out of this whole update. I remember reading this during the JP patch notes. So improved the number of set team decks that you can have. Before it was 5 set teams, normal teams, and now it is going to be 10 set teams. And basically what this is saying is in the game, I actually have the game open. If I go to set teams, you can see that I only have 5 teams up here. They're basically expanding this to 10 teams because there's so many different types of content and stuff like that in the game now. So I currently have farming, final boss, guild boss, extra, and then Fort Solgris. So I'll be able to, I mean, at this point, I'll probably be able to make a team for every guild boss if I really wanted to. I could dedicate 4 different teams to each of the guild bosses and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just extra slots and stuff like that, which is going to be really nice because there are a lot more characters and stuff like that in the game now. There's a lot more different like types of game modes and content and stuff like that you have to worry about. So having those extra slots is just going to be a really nice quality of life change as far as I'm concerned. Actually really excited for that one. Improved brawl matching rule, so auto refreshes every 10 minutes. A time limit has been added, or has been set in the brawl matching screen, auto refreshing the ranks before selecting to match with other knights. Okay, so that's kind of interesting, I guess. I wonder if there was like an issue with that where people were getting like deranked, but it wasn't updating enough, and people were able to like beat that team and progress higher or something, and it was conflicting with other people getting the same rank or something. I don't know what the deal with that is, actually. I don't know. I'll have to see how this actually plays out in the game. But I don't think it'll be that big of a deal, and a lot of people don't really care about brawl to begin with, so whatever. Improve the draw screen, so it looks like you'll actually be able to click on the characters like skills and passive and stuff like that on the actual draw screen itself, which is kind of cool. So that way, even if you don't have the character, you can click on these, or you can always just open your box and scroll all the way to the bottom and click on characters that you don't have. But kind of a nice change, I guess. I mean, it's nothing like super crazy, but kind of cool. Added a monster unique info pop-up, so now you can click on unique info, and instead of having to click on each one of his passives and then click off and click on the next one and click off and click on the next one, you're going to be able to hit the little question mark button now, and you'll be able to see all of his passives listed on one page, so that way you can just read them all off and not have to worry about clicking each one, which is honestly kind of nice. I don't know how often I'll use that, but I mean, it'll be nice when I do use it. Added a knighthood competition selection period UI. So when entering the knighthood boss battle, a UI has been added to notify the knighthood competition selection period. Okay, so neat. Improve the organization of chat notices, or chat notice. Chat notice sentence has been shifted from the middle to the left side of the screen. All right. New login reward hero change. So now you can choose Jormungandr for your login character, the person who gives you your login rewards, and you can also make UR gear for them, of course. New events, Ragnarok Fate of the Gods Chapter 4 event. So we're getting Chapter 4. Demonic Beast Crochet is coming back, of course. The new hero, new bingo event, and April Fool's artifact card set. So we've pretty much already seen everything. They haven't really gone over the Crochet stuff just yet. They are adding 2 new costumes. So these are 2 characters that do not have completely 5 cosmetics yet. Melly is actually missing, I want to say it's a hair, like a haircut, and then I want to say Deanne is missing her weapon. So this is going to be a good chance for you to I'm not buying these outfits. I really don't care about either of the outfits enough to get both of them. I kind of like the Melly outfit, but not enough to where I actually want to get it. So I'll probably just end up waiting the 2 weeks, buy the haircut with diamonds, and then buy the weapon for Deanne. So that way I can have all 5 pieces in each of the categories. I don't know. The more I look at Mellies, the more I kind of like it. I'll have to look and like see what it actually looks like on the character in game before I do, but not a huge fan. I don't know. They're a little bit more sporty, which is fine, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of like casual sort of outfits most of the time. So yeah, these characters are getting a 5th cosmetic finally for the one that they're missing. So be aware of that. If you're using these characters, obviously having that extra CC and stuff like that will be very nice. The bingo event, it looks like first round you get anvils, pretty normal, sort of like fixed and random rewards and stuff like that, which is kind of nice. A couple of Super Awakening coins. Here's the 2 card packs that we were talking about earlier. Doesn't seem like anything super crazy, but we'll see. I mean, all this, honestly, it's just free rewards, so I mean, you can't really complain too much about that. Use a Ragnarok summon ticket or selector to acquire numbers. You know how the bingo events work, hopefully. If you don't, it's literally just, you got 2 different kinds of tickets. One where you get to choose what number. The other ones are just random numbers, like tickets. So you just try to fill up the board. You get rewards. Pretty easy, simple. You can get 30 of the regular tickets a day from Fort Sorgus boss battle, event boss battle, and then the big ones where you get to actually choose what number it is. You get 10 of those a day: main stage, deathmatch, and boss knighthood boss battle, so guild boss. And then you can buy these with coins in the coin shop. I don't really recommend you doing this unless you're just really in a hurry and want to get it over with, but most of the time they end up giving you way more tickets than you actually need to finish these kind of things. So if you're patient with it, you don't have to spend any coins on it. It's completely fine. The Crochet is coming back, which is probably one of my least favorite fights. They tried to add like a gimmick to it where you use 2 different teams and you like swap between the teams. Maybe if they added like a new boss that uses that mechanic, it would be a little bit more interesting, but I'm just not really all that crazy about the mechanic itself. Most of the time you can just bring in one team and just brute force it, sort of. But yeah, I'll try to make a rehash on this one to make sure that everybody knows how to do it. But they brought it back, I think, twice at this point, so if you need to, I do already have like guides and stuff like that on the channel for this. If you need to, feel free to go look at those and get a team ready for whenever the update drops. But yeah, I think I'll try to go ahead and make an extra video for this, because I know that a lot of the times whenever these events come out, the information might be a little bit outdated or whatever the case may be. One of the biggest things though is that in the exchange shop they are giving away pretty much a free outfit. Yeah, they're giving out a full cosmetic set for Jormungandr, which is the SSR set, instead of, normally you can buy 2 UR sets and an SSR set for the character. They're just giving the SSR set out for free. You just have to, do this event a little bit, so you get the costume and the weapon from the event. And then as you clear the event a certain amount of times, once you beat it 12 times, you'll get the actual like headpiece for it. So kind of cool, free set. Can't really complain about that. So that's kind of nice. Once again, you can buy some extra materials if you really need them. Yeah, here's the details on what like the actual boss does and how it works. There is going to be a new battle event. There's going to be a village donation event. I literally just put out a video a couple of days ago talking about how to get SSR pendants and stuff like that. This is the donation event that I was talking about in that video. If you're curious, you can basically get 6 of each kind of pendant from this, which is kind of nice. So make sure you do that if you have the extra gold for it. Obviously, a lot of the 2nd anniversary stuff is finally going away. I think they extended it a little bit, like by a couple of days. So kind of cool, I guess, that they extended it. But if it's going away now, so if you need anything from the anniversary, make sure that you're going through and looking at it before it goes away. But yeah, that is pretty much the entire update. So kind of cool, kind of looking forward to maybe messing around with Crochet a little bit. Like I said, he's not really my favorite, so if there's maybe like a new, better team that we can do now that it's been a while since he came out, if there's like a much better team to use now, I'll try to make sure that I make a video on that, and hopefully it's a lot easier because it can be a little bit tedious, especially on the higher difficulties. The bingo event's nice. Looking forward to the new character, of course, so that way I can mess around with the deer boss a little bit more efficiently. And then actually these 2 costumes are kind of nice, so that way I can finish up my cosmetic sets for those 2 festival units. So that is pretty much it. Kind of looking forward to messing around with the new Ragnarok chapter. Looking forward to seeing Tyr. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said in the beginning, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I do upload every single day, and it's all Grand Cross content. So I'll see you in the next one.